Oh, hold on. Yeah.
What you doing, baby girl? Hey everybody, Bobby here. Duh. I put a post up this morning about just went up to the store real quick, stopped and got Pinches some treats at the local convenience store. They serve breakfast there, so we got some bacon. And I was looking at some of the comments, and I didn't realize how many people don't know the story of Pinches and how I got her. So I mean, I've had her forever, so I just assumed it was common knowledge because I've told the story a while, but it was a while back. So anyway, everybody, this is Pinches. Pinches, hi honey, you're so cute. Look at the pretty girl. Her actual name was Princess. Hi, baby girl. And so I found her on Craigslist, of all places. This is before I was doing what I'm doing now. And just so everybody knows, unless you are an official nonprofit rescue, which I'm still not, I'm waiting for my status to come through. I can't go to the local shelter or any shelter for that matter and say, hey, I want to pull that dog out of there. They will not let you do it unless you have that status. So, most of the dogs I have saved have been from people alerting me to their presence, working around the system, helping out others that have found a dog in bad shape, or Craigslist. And Pinches is one that comes off of Craigslist. And, I saw her, and the way I did Craigslist over the course of about a year is any new posts that came up, if I knew the dog had, was going for a lot of money or had a good description about it, I just went ahead and erased the thing. So the only thing that I kept were all the, the postings of the dogs that just, I thought weren't in the best condition or the ones that were more possible to needing a home. So I saw Pinches, and she was actually listed for a couple $100, which I was like, okay, that's decent. And I said to myself, you guys are gonna kick out of this, because I said, I didn't think she was that pretty of a dog. And I'm like, man, she's not that pretty. Nobody's gonna want her. I better just hold on to this posting. Don't erase this one. Don't listen to me. I'm just kidding, sweetie. And sure enough, next month rolls around, and she's back up again, and now she's down to $100. And so I'm like, okay, this is something's fishy with this. So I texted the number and I said, I'm interested in her. I said, but I'm sure you'll find her a home. But well, first off, what's going on? The lady said, well, she's being relocated for work. She can't take her with her. She's had her for 3 years. She's really sad, but she has to find a home for her, or she's gonna have to get rid of her. And I gave her my number and I said, listen, if all else fails, last resort, I'll do that for you. Just give me a call. Well, sure enough, about 3 weeks later, she texts me and says she's getting ready to head out of town the next week, and she has nobody that's even been interested in Pinches. So I drive up about 3 hours away up in Pennsylvania, and nice lady, single lady, Latin background, spoke a little bit of broken English, and she was living in one of those retirement communities where it's like, you got like 2 or 3. They're duplexes, but they're single level. It's a nice, quiet neighborhood, good neighborhood, but mostly older people live there. Well, she comes out and she greets me, and then she brings Pinches out, and Pinches is well manicured. She's got all her beds and everything. She's terrified of me because she hasn't seen people before. And then the lady goes on to explain to me what's going on with her, and I said, and what was her name again? And she goes, well, her name is Pinches. And she goes, excuse me, her name is Princess. But I pronounce it Pinches. And to be honest with you, that just stuck. So she's, ever since she came here, been Pinches to me, and always will be, because it'll remember how I got her. And so that's actually the story of Pinches. She's just my adorable little herding dog. Every morning when the breakfast clubbers get out of bed and I shoo them out the room and I walk them downstairs, she's barking at all of them, nipping at all their heels, making sure they all get down there. So she's one of Daddy's little right hands on her own. Isn't that right, baby girl? Isn't that right, baby girl? I know. You so precious. My Pinches. Oh. So that's her.
Pinches.